In this video, I'm going to do more Redbubble shop reviews, and hopefully it'll help you in your shop so that you can get some sales this Q4. Let's go! Hey, thanks for joining me on this video. My name is Juna with Detour Shirts, the channel all about helping you design and sell t-shirts online. If that's something you like to do, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. There's a lot of information on here. I keep adding more and more every week to help you out. So in this video, I'm going to do shop reviews on Redbubble. I've done it before, so this is my second time doing it. I got 3 shops I'm going to review with you today. Hopefully there's some good tips in this video to help you in your shop. Maybe you have the same kind of things going on in your shop. You're going to want to stay till the end to see all the different tips, as well as another edition of trend credits. So I still got those trends going for you as well in this video. So let's get into Redbubble and I'll show you the first shop and we'll go from there. Alright, so here's the first shop on Redbubble that I'm going to review today. It is Anin's Azuri. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. But you can see here, nice cover right here. I love the colors. So one thing I would say here, even though this is really nice, what I would do if you have the time is to put some of your artwork or some of your products on here so that people can see what it's like, what your shop's like, what it's known for before they start scrolling down. Right now it just looks really nice. It has lots of color and that's a good start if you're just starting out. But you already have 375 designs. You know what's selling good for you. You can put it here on your cover. So that's tip number 1. Let's scroll down and see. So this is good, this featured collection, because it tells the users on what kind of things they're going to be able to see in your shop. And so these probably are your best sellers. And so we can see right away what kind of style you have. So that's really good. And having the collections here, that's good as well. So you can see maybe, well, Halloween's over, but you have Christmas right here. So that's really cool if somebody comes in and wants to do Christmas or wants to look at some of these other things. I think the collections are really good. And you have 12 of them. So people can scroll here, which is really nice. I really love these patterns here that you have. I would actually put those up front. I don't know if they sell good for you, but that's the thing that drew to my eye anyway. I like those. So let's look at some of these designs here. You can see you have text designs, you have masks, which is smart because more people are buying masks. So I think that's a good idea. I love these sticker packs. That's really nice. I like all the color, kind of they all match together. Let's scroll down here, some more mask. I really like these patterns for the Australia things, right? Australian things. Really cool. You got stickers. I'd be careful of doing, I think this is a Hamilton reference, so be careful of that. I believe this is a gamer booga. I'm not really sure, but if it is, you want to be careful with that. And ZHC, not sure, but it says ZHC YouTuber. Just be careful what kind of things you're putting on your shop. You don't want to have them trademark or copywritten. It could result in your store getting taken down. So just be careful there. Again, love these patterns that you have here. This pattern here, I would do a whole thing of patterns like right up front in the collection, like I said. So that's cool. You can see you got some vintage sunset things. So one design tip I am thinking for you is maybe with t-shirt designs. I'm gonna just pick on this one because we're right here. So let's look at this. So there's a better way to do this. I know there is a lot going on here. I'm gonna take this, bring it into Affinity Designer and do some design tips on this for you. So here I am on Affinity Designer. I brought in that photo from the shirt that we saw on Redbubble. So there's some good things about this. You put it in the right shape, right? I talked about last time in my shop review to make it a taller shape, and that is a taller shape, so good job on that. So one thing I wanted to mention is that you have a lot going on here. So you have the background first of all, which is kind of cool because it is a all over print, so you're using that really well. But because you have the background, you also have all these fonts. Let me count them up here. So you got at least 5 fonts, maybe more if I'm counting it right. You also have a wishbone here. You have this line here. You have a turkey here. You have this here, dots. You see there's just so much going on, which you do want to make it interesting your t-shirt's interesting, but there is a line where you're crossing where it's just way too much for someone to look at and process. You also have a lot of words here, so that doesn't help. Got the big part of the turkey's wishbone, guessing who's getting a cat this year. Just a lot to read. So when you're designing t-shirts, people need to look at it for 3 seconds and kind of almost see what it is and get it, right? It's almost like a billboard. You're like a walking billboard. So think of it that way. Kind of think of that when you're designing t-shirts. Here's an idea that I did first. So let's look here. I'm saying use 2 to 3 fonts instead. So instead of 5 fonts, just 2. You can see here, I'm using 2 fonts, and then make it easier to read. So one of the things I did was I'm using big, thick fonts instead of these. This is really thin script fonts, which is kind of hard to read from far away. You have to get really close to read that. So you can see here, I'm using script fonts, but they're thicker script fonts. And then the other thing I'm doing is I took out of the turkeys, right? Because we already know where the wishbone is. We don't have to say got the big part of the wishbone of the turkey. So I took that out to make it a little less words. And you can see here, mine says got the big part of the wishbone. Guess who's getting a cat this year? Same idea, right? We still get the idea of what is going on. And then I just have one graphic of the wishbone because that's the important part. We don't need to know about the turkey. I'm still keeping your design here with the banner, but I'm using it for wishbone instead. So I got the big part of the wishbone, and then smaller, guess who's getting a cat this year? So there's 2 ideas here. I'm trying to like play up the big one with the wishbone and then the little one so people read that second, right? So we're looking at hierarchy. We're looking at creating some interest where everything's not the same size like you did here, but also easier to read. So that's one idea. Again, this isn't perfect, but you get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. The other thing I thought was maybe even cut it down even more. So here is another idea. You could just say, oh snap, guess who's getting a cat this year? So you can see they're going to figure out like, oh snap the wishbone, oh, because they won, who's getting the cat this year, right? So a lot less words, kind of the same idea, so you can fit it a little better and people can get the idea quicker because there's less words. So you can cut down the words. I know people keep asking me when I design these things, what fonts did I use? So I'm using these fonts, Impact and Thirsty Soft. So Impact is this one, the really thick one. Thirsty Soft is the script one, if you're following along and want to know what fonts I'm using. So this is the idea. So think about this when you're designing your shirts. So you want to make it taller than wide, of course, but you also need to make it easy to read. Don't use so many fonts and kind of get the idea out really quick, okay? So that's my tip for you when you're designing t-shirts. So here's the next shop I'm going to review today. It is D Designs 166. So we can see here what I was talking about before. This person actually did their cover with things that are selling on their shop. So now I can see right away this person loves vintage sunsets or does vintage sunsets. They do like some kind of artwork here. You can see that they do, nice colors, nice graphics. So right away I can see what to expect in this shop. So let's scroll down here as well. Featured collection, good job. So you can see right here, these are probably the best selling for his shop. And then collections as well, like the other one had sports, birthday pattern. So a lot of birthday things here. Let's scroll down and look at some of these designs here. A lot of t-shirts, which is great. Stickers, masks, like that. So I'm noticing like you are scaling some of these designs, which is good. It can be spammy, but since you have a lot more designs, it doesn't look as spammy as it could. So you got 85, 60, 88 here. And it looks like you're going after some trends. So education is important, right? I think I talked about that trend. So let's scroll down here. This is really cool. I love this artwork. Cool artwork here. So love the vintage sunsets as well. And again, going after trends, which is great. I think I talked about this one too. Everyone loves a ginger and doing it. So good job on you, and love these stickers and colors. So as far as design review, let me look at one here. I really like, I mean, these are designed really well. The only thing I would say, maybe use a thicker font right here, because that text is getting lost with the thin serifs, right? So careful on that. But otherwise, really cool idea right here. Love that you're doing that. Love this here with the patterns and the ghosts. Let's look at, so some of them are stronger than others. I'm going to focus on this one. I think I have an idea for this Queen of Gemini, what you could do a little bit better on here. So this one right here just looks like you typed out some text and dropped in a pizza. I think you could do better than that. I'll show you what I think you could do here. You know, this one's just text, whereas this one you can see there's some interest here, right? You got a big, small script. So this one I feel is like a lot stronger than this one. But let me show you what I mean. I'm going to go into Affinity Designer and give you some more design tips. All right, so here we are in Affinity Designer again. I pulled this from their shop here, Queen of Gemini. We saw it there. One of the things that I think you could do better on here is I would just make this a little bolder. So you can see from far away, the Queen of Gemini stands out really well, but this kind of gets lost. This really thin line right here kind of gets lost. So what I would do is to make it just a little thicker. So you can see here on my version, I made that line thicker here, and I also I filled in the Gemini. So you can see how that stands out just a little bit more. It needs to be seen from far away, so when people are walking by, they can see, oh, that's a Gemini, and they can read it, which you did a great job of the font. It's really nice and bold, so you can see that. But I would also add this right here. That's just a little extra touch to make it stand out and pop. So the next thing I want to talk about is this, all I need is love and pizza. So what you have here is, it's just words, like I'm saying. There's no variety of words like you have in some of your other designs. By the way, those designs are really great. So I just want to talk about this one in specific. It looks like it was really rushed. All you did was type it out and then drop in a pizza and boom. So there is kind of a disconnect as well. So the sentence is saying, all I need is love and pizza. There's definitely a connection with pizza, but there's no connection with love in this one. So you can see it's spaced out. There's a disconnect between the pizza and the text as well, right? So here's my idea right here. So now you're seeing I'm using a different font. You could still use your font, but I didn't have that font. So I'm using Can des Bois or des Bois. I don't know how you say that. But you can see here, it's a little thicker. I've made the text kind of closer together so they're all related. So there's a connection here. And I made love and pizza a little bigger because that's kind of what it's talking about. The main topic of the design is love and pizza. And I added a heart in here because of love. And then pizza, it's the same pizza, but I just, we're sharing pizza, right? There's love in sharing pizza. There's two pizzas and love between people who eat pizza together. So now there's variety, right? I made the text bigger and smaller. I had more color here. Love and pizza is the thing that's standing out, and it's now all cohesive. It's all tying together, right? Where you can see here, there's lots of space in between, and there's not the heart here. So this is kind of what I'm talking about by adding variety, putting it together, and making it work. So you can see this would do as a good poster as well as a good t-shirt. So that's my idea here. The colors I used was just from the pizza. So you already had color in the pizza. I just used that here and in the heart. So that's how I did this one. So hopefully this tip is helpful for you. Just think of it as like we have that right shape and just make sure they're all connected together and it's telling a story, right? Love and pizza with the icons as well. So that's my design tip for you on this one. So here's the third shop I'm going to review today. It is Parade Tees. You can see right here. It doesn't have a date when he started, so I don't know how long, if he just started or not, but only 55 designs. If you started more than a month ago, I think you could add a lot more designs here. I really do like this cover again. This is telling me what to expect. A lot of cute designs, maybe animals. This is specifically cats right here, but I'm expecting when I look at this is going to be a lot of good artwork on this page. So great job there. You can add more collections. You only have one collection right now, and I believe if I click on it, it's only one result. So you have 55 designs. I think you can put more in a collection here. Let's go back. So I would do that, a featured collection as well. You have so many good patterns. I would do that as a collection, and a lot of cool artwork here. Like, I really love these patterns again. Great designs. I don't know if you're the one that's actually designing this. Great job if you're the artist on here. I love these designs. They're all kind of the same design, so great job. Cats in a mug, paws up. Oh, so cool. Love this style. Love this pattern too. I mean, it's different than, it's not an animal, it's flowers. So I would highlight these as well in a collection where it's not animals. Maybe you do animal patterns, maybe you do flower patterns, that kind of thing. Great job. Another flower pattern, so nice. I think you would do really well. You just need to put a lot more designs if you're not selling. So that's one tip. So first off, I would say add more collections, add a feature collection, add a lot more designs, 55 designs. You should at least have 100, if not more, to kind of figure out what sells, and so that you can add more and more. I'm going to do some design things. I can't tell you what to design because it looks like you can draw really well, you can design really well. But one tip I'm going to tell you is maybe to go after trends if you're not seeing any sales. It doesn't have to be, trend sayings. When I say go after trends, I'm thinking like holiday trends as well. So let's take a look at this one right here, the sleeping sloth. I'm going to show you how to turn this idea into something that can be used maybe during Christmas. So let's go into Affinity Designer and I'll show you my tips for this one. So here we are back in Affinity Designer. I pulled that True Love sloth where he's sleeping on a branch here. And so here's my idea. We could still use this same design, but kind of gear it towards Christmas, since Christmas is the next big one. I think we could put a hat on here, maybe some lights, change the word. So I did that. You can see here I'm using the same design, but I added some lights here. I put on a Christmas hat and I changed the words to Merry Slothmas, right? So you can see the tie-in between sloth and Christmas. And so this, if you tag it Merry Slothmas or Sloth Christmas or things like that, hopefully when people are looking for those things, yours will show up, and then they will see your design here and then look at your shop and see all the wonderful designs on your shop. So that's a tip that I would tell you to do. Look at your designs and see if you can reuse it for some of the bigger trends like Christmas and Halloween, Valentine's Day, all those big ones that are coming up. That's my tip for you. For those of you that are following along and want to know what font I'm using, here it is. Air Rate Script is this one right here. Valken is this one. So that's my tip for that shop. So if you're the kind of shop like this shop that has lots of great designs and are not seeing any sales, you may want to change your design slightly to fit a trend or topic so that you can get that visibility from people. And then people will come to your shop and see your great designs and maybe want to buy more. So that's my tip for this shop. That is it for this video. Hopefully these are tips that you can use in your shop so that you can get an increase of sales this Q4. Let me know in the comments if this is the kinds of videos you'd like to see. I love doing shop reviews because then I can go in and specifically help you on some things. And let me know what you need specific help with as well. That could really be a good video. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to like it. That really helps in the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed to this channel already, of course, hit that subscribe button to be subscribed. And now I got for you another edition of Trend Credits. Thanks for staying till the end for another edition of Trend Credits. Here is your trend, another gingerbread man design. I think gingerbread men designs are going to be trending all the way till Christmas, but here's another one. 2020 made me snap, so you can see here all these different ones. Look at those lower BSRs. These are kind of high, but I think it's going to go up later. That one's getting lower. That one's really low. So you can see here. Checking Merch Informer, it's getting an A, so you know it's good on competition. Again, if you don't have Merch Informer, I have a link in the description for that to give you some percentages off. But here again, the trend. Another gingerbread. Think of other gingerbread men designs as well. I think these are going to do really well if you can look for more of those trends or think of your own design. So this is just a thing that you can use to know what's trending and what people are looking for. Of course, make your own designs for it though. So that is it for this video. Thanks so much for staying till the end. And again, if you're not subscribed already, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can be subscribed to see all my videos. I'm going to be releasing a lot more videos to help you design and sell t-shirts online. So that is it for this video. Thanks for staying with me till the end. And as always, guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.